Wednesday the 31st of October 2019, the Irish National Stud Kildare. Happy Halloween everybody. I'm at the Living Legends. My rite of passage was over and I just missed my opportunity to get a film because the Lehman had the camera on, but there was too many kids around, so hopefully we'll come back over. Hopefully we'll come back over to say hello. Rite of passage. Demonstrations. Finishing, it's closing for the season on Sunday.
Yes. Oh yeah.
The last day on Sunday. So I want to
break it in and do something. Yes. Yeah.
And Rite of Passage, he's the easiest of the Living Legends to do it because he's the most relaxed. He's the most relaxed of all the. He's the most relaxed. And Hardy Eustace is another one. Hurricane. Yeah.
No.
Well, I think he's the most relaxed of all of them. And Jim. And Hurricane's my favourite. Hurricane's the bully.
Which one is Hurricane?
He's the dark brown. He's the
very back.
He's the very back. He's the dark bay.
Yes, in the middle.
No. He's the bully.
You're beautiful.
He likes to pick up the fights.
Oh, I see. So.
He likes to pick up the fights. Yeah. He's a terror.
What does it say? What does it say on that picture?
That's his name. His name is Rite of Passage. Rite of Passage. That's
Beautiful.
Rite of Passage. Yeah, that's his name. That's the horse's name. Yeah,
No.
that's the horse's name. Yeah. That's the horse's name. Rite of Passage. Yeah.
I can talk horsey.
You can talk horsey, can
Now, say bye-bye.
Bye.
It's lovely to meet you. You have a great gift.
Yeah.
You have a great gift.
It's nice to meet you too.
You too. Have a lovely day.
Take care now. You tell your family now if they're coming. It's closing on Sunday.
Sunday. I will.
Sunday. Yeah.
problem.
Okay. Hello. Rite of Passage. Rite of Passage. Let's come over and say hello to me. Rite of Passage. Let's go over to me. Hello. I'm going to miss you. Do you know that? This Sunday I had to say goodbye to you. I had to say goodbye to you on Sunday. Do you know that, Rite of Passage? And I'm very sad. I won't see you then after Sunday for 3 months. Do you know that? I'm very sad. Do you know that, Rite of Passage? I'm very sad. Do you know that, Rite of Passage? Yes, yeah. I'm very sad. Do you know that, Rite of Passage? I'm going to miss you. Do you know that? I'm going to miss you. Do you know that, Rite of Passage? I'm going to miss you.
You did a good job.
No,
Yeah.
put the camera into me.
Got two using this
You
shot.
put the camera into as well. I'm going in the middle of the theme. Going walking. I would have had a great film of them and would have had a great film of me interacting with them. But I couldn't film it because of kids. We got a great interaction with them there. We would have been able to film it if there was no kids. We wouldn't have been able to film it. There was too many kids around. We would be able to film it, but if there wasn't any kids, I would have been able to film it. There was a great interaction there with Rite of Passage. That would have been great film, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That would have been great film, wouldn't it? With those kids, too many kids around. Yeah. Anne is coming, so we're waiting for Anna, folks, so can't really go anywhere until Anna comes. These are the 5 living legends now. So beef or salmon is this one here. This is beef or salmon. And the one walking, I think that's Kicking King. The one with the socks at the back. The 2 white socks at the back, I think is Kicking King. This is Hurricane. Is that right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and this is Rite of Passage here. That's Hardy Eustace at the back there. That's Hardy Eustace. You're pointing at the horses as they're saying their names?
Yeah.
Beef or salmon. Hardy Eustace. That's Hurricane. And Kicking King. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
The name of them.
Yeah.
As I said,
And rite of passage. Don't forget rite of passage.
Huh?
Don't forget rite of passage.
And rite of passage is here in front, right in front of me. Yeah, I had a quick interaction with them, but the earlier interaction I couldn't film it because there was too many kids. But I had kind of a hello, a few peeps here and there. But he came over, right over the fence. Like lovely interaction with them, but unfortunately I couldn't film it, folks. But after today, there's only 2 more days of shooting, folks. So 2 more days of shooting after today because it's closing this Sunday for the winter season. And I'm literally devastated. It's no word to describe it. I can't believe it. This year's gone. It's literally flown by so fast. It went too fast for my liking, so it has. Went too fast for my liking. I think it went too quick. I was watching a bit of February's videos this morning. A bit of February's, the first day back. The first day back of first day back of the season, the new year, the beginning of the season. The first day back when I got introduced to the Queen's horse with one accord, and it was celebration decoration night, 7th birthday, and stuff. And the Darfur was telling us about the path maybe closing. I might be able to interact with the stallions. They may be closing the path. You might be able to interact with the stallions. Apparently, thankfully, they kept the path open. Thank God for that. They kept it open for the whole year running. So we're able to continue talking to the stallions in the stables. Thank God for that. Because I was a bit worried at the beginning of the year when he mentioned that they may be closing the path at the gate or wherever it was. I was afraid that they weren't. I was afraid that the socialising with the stallions at the stables was going to be stopped, but thankfully it stayed open. So thankfully now we're able to still able to talk to the stallions in the stables. Thank God for that. I was a bit worried. Were you worried about that?
Yeah.
I was a bit worried that they were going to close the path, but thankfully they kept it open. Thank God for that. But anyway, I can't really go anywhere at the moment, folks. I'm waiting for Anna. She's coming. I'm meeting her at 2 o'clock here at the Legends. But I just take a bit of footage of them. So towards the end of the season, folks, it's just more commentary. An odd time I may get an odd interaction. You might notice yesterday, at the end of yesterday's videos, when I haven't logged on to my YouTube yet, but when you do see it, you'll see a lovely interaction with me and Apple McFlurry and Troytown Matthews Falls. They were both fighting for me yesterday. They were both fighting for me. They're both licking my hands. They're both kissing me. They're both kissing both my hands at the same time. Both hands. They're kissing both my hands at the same time. Both of them are kissing me at the same time. So I was great interaction with both of the foals yesterday. So I was getting kisses from both foals at the same time, on either hand. One, Troytown Matty on the left and Apple McFlurry's one on the right. So getting kisses on both hands at the same time. Yes, it's got great interactions. It was lovely, intimate, and very great bonding moment with the 2 foals yesterday. It was a great way to end my day. So Liam wanted to go home. So thankfully, it was a good thing because the living legends were at the far paddock as we were coming up. I was going to say hello to the living legends, and they're at the far paddock at the other side. And then Liam wanted to go home. Said, "Oh, come on! I don't want to go. I don't want to go home yet. I don't want to give up yet." So I decided to go up to the foals because the foals are out all night. So I went up towards the Kildare yard. I happened to spot Apple McFlurry and Troytown Matty's foals at the fence. So I went to go and say hello to them. So thankfully they came over to me. Eventually they came over to say hello, and they had a lovely, nice bonding, intimate moment with them, and they're licking my hands, and I had a lovely time with them. I was with them for about 15 minutes or something like that. It was a lovely, nice bonding moment with them. Both of them were fighting for me. They're literally both fighting for me, weren't they? For my attention.
Yeah.
And Apple McFlurry's foal was literally trying to go for my jacket a few times. She's literally going for my. She seems to like a taste for me. She seems to have a taste for my jacket for some reason. Apple McFlurry's. I was watching her this morning. Watching a footage of her this morning from back in February, when she was only a little small foal, small little foal, you know. And when Lee made the mistake, when he looked at the tag, made the mistake about the sow's name, he thought the tag said Wartad. He thought the tag said Wartad Billy. Actually, thought it said Wartad Billy. Do you remember? He thought it said Wartad Billy.
Yeah.
And it wasn't Wartad. Worthy.
Wordy, yeah.
he thought it said War Tad Philly on the tag. Remember? I was looking at Apple McFlurry's foal, the one that we saw yesterday, that we met yesterday. She's now about 7 months old now, and she's only about so many small little thing yesterday. And I was talking to her mum. I was watching footage of me talking to herself and her mum from February, back in February, the very first day back, on the 11th of February. I was watching the footage of me talking to Apple McFlurry's foal. Apple McFlurry's foal at the time was very nervous. She was very jumpy at the time. And Apple McFlurry herself came over to say hello. And I was praising her for all the, praising Apple McFlurry's, praising Apple McFlurry, saying to Apple McFlurry that I was praising I've seen Homer's praises, for fostering her foal from last year. He did a very good job fostering her foal from last year. Saying he did a very good job fostering her foal last year. And he never stayed in the stud very long, I was saying to her. She never does. So I'm hoping she comes to the stud next year. I hope she stays longer this time, because she never stays in the stud very long. Because I seem to have more time with her mum than I do with her. But Apple McFlurry's foal that I met yesterday, who I know for like 7 months now, nearly. It's 8 months now. Well, it'll be nearly 8 months. It'll be nearly 8 months. It'll be 8 months. 8 months next month. It should be 8 months next month. It should be 8 months next month. Next month should be 8 months. He made a mistake. She thought it said wordy, but she was licking my hand yesterday. And when I saw her, I was watching the footage of her this morning, back in February when she was small, which is only a small little thing, but I was talking to her yesterday, here up in the area with Troy Time Matthew's foal.
Why don't we sit on the bench while you're talking? Opposite the...
What?
Why don't we sit on the bench while you're talking?
Why?
Because we can relax on the bench and just have a good chat and wait for Anna.
No, I'm not chatting here. We've got the horses in the background. So I don't really miss these horses. I think Hurricane is my favourite of the bays. He's the dark brown. He's the dark brown of the bays, and he's the bully, as you know. Hurricane is where's Hurricane? Is that him there? The back behind right opposite? Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Hurricane just got socks in his back legs, hasn't he? I think he's got socks in his back legs, hasn't he, Hurricane? Oh, is that Hurricane back there?
I think that's him over there.
That's in the back, yeah, that's darker, yeah, that's Kicking King, yeah, that's Hurricane there. That's Kicking King. Yeah, I don't think Hurricane's got socks. Yeah, and this is Hardy Eustace here, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Hardy Eustace hasn't got a spot. Hardy Eustace hasn't got a spot. This is right passage here. And this beaver salmon, this beaver salmon just here.
Mm-hmm.
Anna's friend, beaver salmon. Yeah, I wonder how his hoofs are. I want to have the cracks closed yet.
Yeah, I wonder.
Cracks in his hoofs. I wonder have they closed yet.
Yeah, I wonder.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to have they closed.
Wonder, yeah,
Remember
no,
he had cracks in his hoofs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Oh Jesus! You get shot at that camera. Jesus Christ! And why is some Jeannie? God almighty, they really are very strong horse. I don't think they know their own strength, do they?
No.
Jesus. It's very loose. No, this is very loose. See, I see that's the reception. One of the bars is
There's a horse at the fence.
broke. Where? That one of the foals? Was that also one of the legends? That's one of the legends. Can you keep the camera right up there, Luke?
nice friend.
It's lovely, There's a cycle. You're going to miss me, are you, Hurricane? I'm going to miss you. And I think Liam's going to miss you too, aren't you? Liam, going to miss him too, aren't you?
Yeah.
Huh? You're very fond of Hurricane too, aren't you?
Yeah.
Huh? What's that? Huh? Are you?
Mm-hmm.
He's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Babby.
Go on, your citizens.
Hello, gorgeous. Dear beauty. You're going to miss me. I'm going to miss you, Hurricane. Do you know that? I'm going to really miss you. Do you know that? I am. I have to say goodbye to you. I have to say goodbye to you on Sunday. And I'm very sad, do you know that? Sunday's my last day with you. And then I won't see you then for 3 months. I won't see you then for the new year. You know that? I'm very sad. Do you know that, Hurricane? Come a bit closer to me there. I'm very sad. Do you know that, Hurricane? Very sad. Do you know that, Hurricane? Look, he's got a winter coat. Look.
Mm-hmm.
It looks thicker.
Yeah.
He's got a winter coat. Hello. Hello. Look, see, notice it's thicker. It's thicker coat.
Mm-hmm.
See his coat's thicker. See, it's thicker.
Yeah.
I think he's got a winter coat. Like.
Yeah.
Hello. I don't think he's got a winter coat. Hello. Hello. I miss you. Do you know that, Hurricane? God, am I going to miss you? You have no idea how much I'm going to miss you. My pal, aren't you? Aren't you my pal? Aren't you? Aren't you my pal? Aren't you? You're going to miss me, are you? Are you going to miss me, are you, Hurricane? Are you going to miss me, are you? Oh, I'm sure you know already. Oh. It was. I might introduce Anna to the stallions today because she doesn't really get to see them that much. You know, because it's also her last day as well. She won't get to come to the stud again. This is her last day, so I introduced her to the stallions today. All right, bring her to the stallions today, and then she can invite her to lunch with us as well. Okay, I'll get her to invite her to lunch with us, and she can have lunch with us today as well. Okay, is that okay with you? She's a lovely girl, isn't she? I thought she'd be very lucky to have met somebody at the stud and become friends as well at the same time. Well,
Yeah, very nice.
it's nice. It's a great thing about these places. You get to meet people and you become friends. You get to make new friends. That's one thing I love about these places. You get to meet people and become friends. You get to exchange numbers with people and become friends. It's nice because you would never, because like you know, because I wouldn't you know. I wouldn't have met her, and I wouldn't have made a new friend if I hadn't come here. You know, we have something in common. Anna and I have something in common. We share the same passion. Horses.
Yeah, horses. Yeah.
You know. And all right, we share the same passion. Myself and Anna share the same passion. She's very fond of your friend, by the way, Beaver Sam. Do you know that? She's going to miss Beaver Sam. Yeah, she is. Keep wipe the lens. It's starting to rain. You're going to miss me, Hurricane? You're going to miss me, Hurricane? Are you, Hurricane? You're going to miss me, are you? This is Hurricane Fly. Hurricane Fly.
Famous one.
I love Hurricane Fly. He's the bully of the group.
He's
the bully and likes his own way, does he? He likes to pick up fights with the other one.
There's always one.
There's always one, isn't there?
Sure. Put up now, sort of rain, but
It's a gorgeous horse, isn't it?
he's quite
Still. He's been very good today. He's not fighting today for once. He's not fighting today. I think he's taking a day off his fighting.
Whenever we give him carrots, you know, he always pushes the other horses out of the way.
who knows?
You know.
it likes to fight all the cards. It won't let any of the horses get any of the cards. He wants them all himself.
They're in tree.
He wants them all himself. There's about 7 cards, so I think it was the 20th of August or of October or something, and we're feeding them up there, at the very top up there. The legends are up in that field up there,
Okay.
and I was feeding the cards. And I was trying to feed Rite of Passage or something. A hurricane just kept pushing them away. Just kept pushing them away, like, you know.
Hey, what is this group
Like
of?
trees.
What group of horses called?
They're called the living legends. The living legends. They're all jumpers, former hurdlers. They used to jump over fences, you know. All retired now.
Come on now, down you go, let's go.
Then one just jumps over.
Start trying.
Huh?
Then one just says jump over.
Oh, these are good. Yeah, their jumping days are over, I think.
It's all over now, a long time ago.
No, it's my answer. I always explain it many times.
And all right, Hurricane. You falling asleep now, are you? It's nearly 2 o'clock.
Yeah, quarter to 2, yeah.
Gorgeous. Are you nearly falling asleep there, are you, Hurricane? Are you falling asleep on me, are you?